Hello, my name's Ryan. This is the first time I've ever done one of these videos before. Um, I have just had my order of the Lush shower gels arrive. Now, I'm gonna start by doing a bit of an introduction here. So, I've been shopping with Lush probably for about 6 or 7 years now. But it's always quite fun when I walk into a Lush shop for the first time, where people don't know me, because what I've realized over the years is that I do not look or speak or apparently act like the kind of person that people expect to have in a Lush store. So whenever I walk in, they're always like, "Oh, hi, is this your first time? Can we show you around?" I'm like, "No, yeah, I kind of know how this works. Been doing this kind of long enough to kind of know my way around fairly well, and it's always quite fun when I know more about the scents than the staff do. But we don't talk about that. So this is probably the order I've been most excited about ever, actually. So I thought that since it arrived, I thought we'd just kind of talk you through it and tell you what my thoughts and experiences are with the new scents. So let's go. So I'm going to dig in deep here, and we've got a load of packing peanuts, which are not what I want, and we're going to start. Oh, fantastic! The one that, of all of them that I'm least excited about. So we'll talk about this one. So I am not a floral person. I like fruity scents, which we've got in there, herbal scents, which we have in there hopefully, and green scents, which we also hopefully have in there, and the occasional minty scent. You can probably see what I've ordered here, can you? So I'm not a floral person. I don't mind rose jam. Occasionally, I have to really be in the mood for rose jam. I really liked Don't Rain on My Parade back when that was out, because I like the violet scent. Sex bomb floral is not going to be my thing, I suspect. Having said that, I did buy the jelly back in the day, which was the Joy of Jelly back when I was in the kitchen, and I really liked that because that was more on the floral. Okay, it had the floral, but it was more on the herbal musky side of it, and it was purple, and you can't beat purple jelly. This I'm not that sold on. So it's time to unleash your inner bombshell. Seductive jasmine, clary sage, and ylang ylang ensnare the mood. A trio of enticing vixens that make you feel truly ready to take anything in your stride. Well, that sounds like a porno rather than a shower gel, but let's give it a go. Okay, so this kind of smells exactly like I was afraid it might, in that it is floral rather than musky. Having said that, I don't hate it. So, I can't pick out individual notes in this. You can generally smell that there is probably some jasmine in there, but the clary sage is not as strong in this as it is in American cream. It's very difficult to pick it out as an individual note. Reading on the ingredients, it says in here that there's rose. Again, that doesn't necessarily surprise me, but it's not something where you can really pick out the individual notes. It's more of an all-over generic florals, not horrendous. It's probably not something I'm going to love, and it's something I suspect I might try and then pass on to a female friend who will enjoy it more than I will. But I'm open-minded with it. Let's go on to number 2, shall we? So number 2 is this beautiful one. Okay, so I'm really hoping that this is going to be amazing because everything about it suggests that Intergalactic is my favourite bath bomb. I'm not a bath bomb person. I'm a shower gel person. Well, I was going to say I'm not really a shower jelly person, but the number I have in my bathroom kind of would suggest that that might be a lie. But I'm a bubble bar person. I have tried quite a lot of the bath bombs, but there's something that I don't love. Having said that, Intergalactic is one that I've bought a number of times, although less recently because the price has gone up so much it's kind of difficult to justify, but again, talk about that. But this is one that I love the smell of. So, this is invite the cosmos into your bathroom with a sparkling interstellar shower gel. An awesome mix of refreshing peppermint and grapefruit to rocket your mood sky high. Oh yeah. It's Intergalactic, definitely. So, I've heard a lot of people reviewing this and saying that it smells like toothpaste. Okay, if you're working on the assumption that everything that has mint in smells like toothpaste, then yes, this smells like toothpaste. If you are working with the idea that something can have a note in it and not smell exactly like it, then yeah, this does not smell like toothpaste. This smells like the herbalness from the bath bomb, exactly. It's got the fruity element from the grapefruit, which you can definitely smell. It's got the peppermint in there as well, which you can definitely smell. However, there's also something that maybe there's some spearmint there as well as just peppermint. And it's also got the herbal element from the vetiver and cedarwood, which you can definitely smell in there too. However, again, like the sex bomb, it's difficult to pick out the individual notes of the kind of the woodier kind of herbally bits. Overall, it smells like a slightly fruity, herbal, beautiful piece of awesomeness. I really like this. I was afraid this was going to smell exactly like Freeze shower gel from back in the day, which Didn't really do a lot for me. I'm a Dirty Spring Wash fanboy. Freeze, wasn't my thing, really. This I really like. What I will say is that it doesn't smell super strong, so I'm hoping that in the shower that's going to turn into something awesome. It's a lot more subtle than maybe I was expecting it to be. Okay, so let's see what we got next in here. Aha, Guardian of the Forest. Awesome. Right, so I love, as in really love, what am I saying? Grass. Grass is one of my favourite shower gels of all time. I was devastated when they discontinued that. Tramp, I like. I don't love, but I like it. Same with Super Tramp. I like it, but I don't. And I haven't loved anything that's come in the Tramp or Super. Having said that, I do really enjoy Guardian of the Forest, which is obviously different to all of those, but in the same kind of line. So this is, can you hear the trees whispering the secrets of the earth? The bright fresh lime juice, calming oak moss infusion, and balancing rosewood oil call to you. No, I can't hear that. We'll go if it go anyway. So, okay, that's different to what I was expecting actually. Okay, I think this might actually be the greenest scent that Lush has ever. And I'm definitely including grass in this. This is like a fruity grass, actually. This is if you add a bit of fruit to it. I'm just trying to work out what fruit it is. Of course it's lime, it says that on the front thing, we've been through this. Yeah, so again, this is like, if you ever tried Smaragdine Bubble Bath, which Lush brought out years ago, and then more recently in the kitchen, but again, even that was years ago now, God, I'm old. It's kind of not dissimilar to that. So Super Tramp, as I recall, was a mixture of Smaragdine mixed with Tramp. And this is kind of more on the Smaragdine side, however fruitier. It's really strange. And really difficult to compare to anything else. Again, this has a lot of notes in it, so it has oak moss, which you can definitely smell. Cypress leaf infusion, which you could probably tell if you knew your scents better than I do, I think. But then it has lime, rosewood, and moringa oil. It's got different things of oak moss in here, actually. It's got oak moss infusion lead, which would explain why oak moss is the overwhelming scent. Again, I'm seeing a recurring theme with these. They're all really, really good smells. None of them are super strong. Now, what I found with Lush shower gels is you come in two different kind of things. You either have so strong, oh my god, smash you in the face kind of, or you have the more subtle ones, which then come into their own in the shower. What I suspect from these three is that yes, they're going to come out more strongly in the shower, but I also suspect that they're not going to stay on skin for very long. We will see how that one goes. So far, I'm really impressed with the smells of these. But I do suspect that they're maybe not going to be the longest lasting scents, and that I'm hoping they're going to come out more in the shower, because so far they're not weak. Don't get me wrong, they're not weak at all. But they're also not super strong either. So if you're someone who wants to be smashed in the face every time you open the bottle, the lid of the bottle, then maybe you're not going to be finding that in these. I say that there's still one. I think there's one left. Yes, I have got one left, and then one of something slightly different. I wonder what that could be from this order. So, the one I have left is the Groovy Kind of Love. Now, I don't know what to expect from this one, because I have never used the bath bomb from this one. As I've said before, I'm not a big bath bomb person. I mean, I have used the Sex Bomb, although I'm not entirely sure why, because I didn't love it at all. I have used Guardian in the Forest, albeit only twice, and I did really like it, but again, not really a bath bomb person. Intergalactic, yes, is my go-to, but again, not something I use super often, because again, I don't really use bath bombs. Groovy Kind of Love, just haven't got around to yet. Now, I haven't ordered turmeric latte, because again, I do love coffee kind of scents, but I don't think that is a coffee scent from what I can tell. I have the Yognog shower jelly there, so I'm kind of good for creamy scents at the moment. Can't really justify another one at the moment, because I don't really need it. He says only like 3 citrusy shower gels, but we don't talk about that. I don't get the goddess hype at all. It's like everything about it describes something I should love, but I just don't. So I'm not spending £15 plus shipping on a shower gel that I already know before I buy it that I'm not going to like, if you get me. Although I have done in the past, but and so, admittedly sometimes been pleasantly surprised, but in this instance I don't think I will be, so I'm going to hang fire and we'll see what happens. Anyway, Groovy Kind of Love. Bring it back with this refreshing twist of bergamot and squeezed orange juice, swirled with soothing ylang ylang and a fresh rose petal infusion that will leave you feeling groovy, baby. Okay, I could have done without the Austin Powers references there, and I intentionally didn't put an Austin Powers voice on there, even though I could have, because I hate Austin Powers. Do not at me. So, I like the description of this. So this sounds to me like it's going to be fruity, with a bit herbal in there. A bit herbal and a bit... It actually smells like... Okay, that is super... Again, I can't say subtle, because subtle is the wrong word, but it's not smashing me in the face. However, okay, I've read a lot of people comparing this to the... What was it called? Bubbly shower gel. And yes, I can see it, but the bergamot is a lot stronger in this. The orange is there, it's very much there. The bergamot is very, very much there. And you can smell the rose in there too. I really like this. I can't quite work out how to describe this one because it's not what I expected. I was expecting this to be much more like, for want of a better way of describing it, ectoplasm but orange. And actually, the more I'm thinking about it, that actually isn't a terrible description for this, but not in the way I was expecting, if that makes any sense. Because I hated ectoplasm. I thought ectoplasm was the biggest waste of a shower gel we've ever done. Yes, it was a beautiful colour. Everything else about it was awful. This is really lovely, actually. It somehow manages to be exactly the same ingredients that Lush uses in every single product. Like bergamot oil, what a shock. Ylang ylang oil, what a shock. The only shock with this is that it's fresh orange juice and not Brazilian orange oil, which is in every freaking citrus product ever done. And yet, it still manages to smell completely different in a really pleasant way. Again, I'm really hoping that once I use this in the shower, it comes out a little bit stronger, because this is, again, not weak, can't exactly call it subtle, it's just not smashing me in the face. I'm really looking forward to all of these. This one, slightly less, admittedly. The something completely different. Why did Lush put this in this group of things? I have no idea. I can't even find it in the box because there's too many packing units. There we go. Cookie dough scrub. So, with comforting vanilla absolute, mouth-wateringly Moorish pistachio oil, and tempting almond essential, where does take the biscuit? Now, I have been to the Liverpool store. The Liverpool store is amazing if you've never got a chance to go there. It is a completely different experience to any of the other Lush stores. Like, Oxford Street is cool. It's really cool. It's lost a lot of its shine now that it is not really anything much special that you could go there and buy a load of the perfumes you can get elsewhere. That's not the case anymore. Used to be you could go there and buy a load of the exclusive products. There's about 4 now. And so unless you're going there for the makeup selection, which weirdly enough as a bloke, I'm not. Although, given how terrible my skin is of late, maybe I should. But the Liverpool one is awesome. It's got a coffee thing in there. It's got a hair salon in there. It's got... What else has it got in there? I can't even think. The florist. The florist is the bit that kind of blew my mind. But it also has all the kind of to go around. And you go in there having no idea unless you've read online. Even if you have read online, you don't necessarily know what you're looking for, if you know what I mean. I didn't buy it because I wasn't mind blown by it. And again, I'm not really a big fan of lip scrubs. Was the cookie dough lip scrub. Now, what really shocked me with it is that whatever you're picturing cookie dough lip scrub to smell like, it didn't. Now, if I mean by this, it's not what you'd expect at all. That's not to say it's unpleasant. It's just not. If you're thinking kind of Ben and Jerry's cookie dough, it's not that. That's not to say it's a bad thing. It's not that. With that in mind, I have no idea what to expect from this. Okay, right. Have a look at this. See if you can see that. That is a very, very... I was expecting. And it looks and feels like Ben. But it doesn't smell like it. It smells very edible, but not like chocolate chip cookies. And maybe that's my problem. Maybe I'm thinking chocolate chip cookie dough rather than cookie dough. This smells like buttery vanilla cookies. Looking at the ingredients, it has granulated sugar, buttery almond cookies. That's what this is. Not chocolate chip cookies, buttery almond cookies. And this doesn't have the cherry bakewell kind of scent that sometimes almond are completely different to that. This smells... Yeah, this smells like if you made Cinder's cookies. If you remember the Cinder shower gel, you made cookies out of that with a lot more vanilla and a lot less of the pumpkin spice. That's what this tastes like. I really like. I have no idea what this is going to be like as a sugar scrub in the shower. because this is unlike any other product I have ever. If you're expecting this to be the same kind of texture as rub or scrub, what are they all the same? Or magic crystals? It's not that. It's not that at all. This feels more like your angels on. No, this feels like not angels on bare skin. This feels more like blonde body scrub. That's what this is. But nicer smelling in my opinion. So the only other thing I have in here is I believe, a samples bag in here. Now what's of moisturizers, because my skin is super dry at the moment. It's actually the best it's been in about 2 weeks at the moment, but still not brilliant. I asked for a couple of soap samples just because at the moment I'm using liquid soap. For the first time in years I haven't been using Lush bar soap because I've been finishing it off from gift sets that I bought at Christmas times. Anyway, so what have I got? So we got Skin Shangri-La, which I've never used, so we'll see what that is like. It smells like a moisturizer. Skin Drink, which is the one that I've been using recently, which smells like sesame seeds, and it's fine. It's not really what my skin, but then I don't really doesn't know what my skin needs. And we have a couple of samples, which smells parsley as fuck. Excuse the language. We have never used actually, like a soapy grapefruit smell, but not in the Be Electro way, because that was perfect, and this just isn't. And Lavender Vida Loca, just in time for it to be discontinued. Awesome. So there we go. Has been doing this really weird skipping thing throughout this. I have this feeling this video is going to jump like hell. If that is the case, please accept my apologies. But thank you for listening to me for 18 minutes, and have a good one, guys.